Hello my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 Genetically Modified Overkill run, where today we're going to try to win without killing a single enemy in the ultimate Pacifist run. Pacifist, Pacifist, Pacifist. Hope you're all doing well. So if I kill any enemy in this run, I'm going to restart. If I kill an enemy and don't notice, point it out in the comments so we can all be disappointed in me together. We're obviously going to go with hands, and because we're playing on the Abyss, some enemies have 1 hit point, which is going to make things incredibly challenging, because I'm going to have to avoid hitting them. On this first wave, the enemies that spawn first, these guys, have 1 hit point. So if I let them get close enough to me to attack them, then we will instantly lose the run. So I'm going to manually target away from myself so that we don't attack. Okay, yeah, stomping that spawn was good. Came very close to hitting one because the hand has a backswing there. Okay, so we made it through wave 1 without hitting an enemy. I actually would have lost there if I hadn't stood directly on the red X. That made the enemy spawn in a different location. If it had spawned next to me, then we'd have accidentally killed it. Because we have triple Pacifist, we are getting a lot of money for the surviving enemies, so that's good. And here, I'm just going to take Regeneration. We're going to need as much in the way of defensive stats as we can possibly get. And I'll grab some Harvesting as well, because, of course, we're going to need more stat. Move speed will be good, but in the early waves, I'm just going to roll. We have 3 Lumberjack shirts. I guess I should decide if I'm allowed to kill trees. I think trees don't count. They're not really enemies, but I will try to avoid killing them. I'm not going to restart, but just for the sake of things, I'm going to try to avoid killing the trees. So we're rolling for as many hands as possible, and I do want a little bit of attack speed to bump enemies away, otherwise we're going to die. So I probably will just lock the coffee and then roll. More knockback would be good. I don't want to increase my melee damage too much. Even with minus 300% damage, if I boost my melee damage too much, we'll start getting damage increases because of the weird way that Brotato handles that math. And I don't think we need plus 3 knockback. Hands inherently have 30 knockback, which should be plenty. So I'm not going to lock the boxing gloves. All right, let's go to wave 2. We now have really good income. And I'm trying to just attack off the map. I need to not damage any enemies, if possible. These guys have more than 1 health. I think they have 3 health this wave. So I need to not hit any enemy more than twice. Otherwise, we're going to lose the run. All right, so we made it through there. We didn't kill the tree either. I definitely want dodge. I'm going to roll, though. I think we want some economy. Luck is a lot less powerful for this character than for other characters because it will. We're not going to be killing enemies, so we won't ever be dropping chests. I'm going to take the attack speed here because a little bit of attack speed helps knock enemies away. We don't want too much attack speed because then we might kill stuff. But a little bit of attack speed will help, and we'll start taking some dodge as well. Take the hand. Weird food we don't really want because we're not going to generate any consumables. Roll here and roll again. Roll again, buy a hand, roll again. I'm going to spend basically as much as it takes to roll into a bunch of hands here. Because the more of those we get, the better our harvesting is going to be. Ugly Tooth, this is going to be nice for elites, because that will help keep us alive against those. All right, nice. So we managed, because we're getting so much money, we managed to level up our hands a ton, so our harvesting is already up to 67. The horde waves are also going to be kind of rough, so I'm going to need to be careful with those. So again, running away from the enemies and manually targeting off of the map. Okay, so that enemy took a couple hits, bumping things away, but I also need... Okay, those guys at least don't have 1 health this wave. I also need to be careful not to take too much damage, or I could also lose the run just by losing the run. There's multiple loss conditions, so I'm going to cut through the middle there to avoid killing that tree, because trees will die in 1 hit. And, alright, we made it through wave 3. This is harder than I thought it was going to be, honestly. I'm going to take 2 armor here, and let's roll. I think we can do better, or maybe I just take the regen. Actually, I'm going to start taking regeneration and armor, like, really aggressively, because we're going to take a lot of hits if I can't kill anything. I'll buy that, and we'll buy these 2, and then roll. Keep upgrading these hands. I'm going to keep rolling. Keep rolling. And some more. I need to remember to avoid buying things like landmines that I would often consider buying on this character, because they can break trees by accident. They can kill enemies for us. We'll take the helmet. I need some move speed as well. Scar is pretty good. We will get a lot of free stats from that, because we are getting a lot of XP from our harvesting and from the Pacifist passives. Remember that we're getting 3 times the normal amount at the end of every wave, so the Pacifist is giving us a lot of money. Let's go to the next wave here. I guess landmines can't kill enemies, but because they only do 1 damage because our engineering is so low. But they will break trees, which I'm trying to avoid. Okay, we can't use Curse also, or we're not going to be able to kill the Curse aliens. I'm worried about this one here, because I hit that one a couple times. So I'm worried that I'm going to do too much damage to that one and it's going to die. Alright. Making great money, of course, but this is a very interesting run, actually. I'll take the luck here. Healing is good, so I will take the medical turret, because just having a way to heal is pretty nice. We'll take the cake as well. I will buy the coupon in the hand and the broken mouth and roll. Treasure map, we're never getting crates, so we don't buy treasure map. We're going to keep rolling here and buy the hand. And Peaceful Bee is perfect, reducing my melee damage, as is Plant. And giving me dodge, and dodge is obviously a very relevant stat for us. So we can just buy defensive stats. I think the hardest wave is honestly going to be wave 1, where the enemies have 1 HP. But later waves, we could still kill enemies if we hit them too many times. Once we get to like wave 10 or so, even these weaker enemies will have enough health that we won't kill them. But of course, I could also just like accidentally walk into a tree. Okay, so we need to be very careful of that tree. Bumping things away. So the one thing that is kind of fun about this is you can see how on Pacifist, you don't really need to knock the enemies away. Unless you are trying to avoid trees like we were there. So I had to cut back through that pile of enemies to avoid that tree. I'm going to take the regeneration here. Both armor and dodge would be really good, but I want more healing. And let's roll. Take more luck. Gentle Alien, I want to avoid, I think. And Whistle doesn't do anything for us. We can't really use it anyways. Go ahead and combine and buy more hands, and then roll. More hands. We're already up to a level 4 hand, which is nice. Take the helmet. I'm going to take the Terrified Onion as well. My move speed is very bad. So even though we do want that luck, we want move speed more. Let's grab the fertilizer and the mushroom, and then roll again. Jerky. There's not going to be any consumables on the ground, so normally this item would be incredible, but doesn't do anything for us. Take another coupon, and I'm going to keep re-rolling. Do I have enough regen to support Weird Ghost? I probably don't right now. With only 13, I'm a little nervous about that, so I'll just lock this hand. I'll avoid re-rolling for 15, and we'll go to the next wave. The Horde wave, again, I'm a little nervous about because we could just get overwhelmed by too many enemies on the field and end up hitting one of them more times than we want to, or just dying. Obviously, we're way ahead economically, so it's not, like, that easy for us to actually lose the run, but it's certainly possible. So, again, I'm trying to just spread out what I'm doing damage to and avoid dealing too much, hitting any enemy too many times. We did avoid killing that tree, even though I got a little bit too close to it for comfort. Gotta stay away from that one, and... Okay, nice. Every time I hit one of those little, like, baby shrimp enemies, I get so spooked, because I'm just worried that it's gonna pop. Take the bonus luck here, and keep upgrading hands. We'll take some more move speed. Stay away from enemies. Lifesteal is nice, but additional enemies on the field is pretty dangerous with the mouse. So I think we're going to pass on mouse. We're going to take the penguin here. So normally increased enemy spawns are good for the Pacifist. You get the Pacifist trigger if an enemy despawns because there's too many on the field. You still get the material and XP for the Pacifist, so normally increasing enemy spawns is good for them. But in this case, we obviously don't want to do that because it just makes it harder for us to avoid hitting enemies, and we're not struggling for income. That's just not the... If we lose this run, that's not the axis that we're going to lose it on. Take the Shady Potion and the Blood Leech, though, and then keep rolling. We'll take some more upgraded hands. We're really getting there on the hands. I am going to buy the Lure. We obviously aren't going to kill the loot aliens, but 2 regeneration for 54 is a totally reasonable purchase anyways. That's one reason Lure is just so ridiculously good, is it's already, like, not that inefficient an item to buy regardless, even after the nerf down to 2 regeneration from 3. Manually attacking constantly, because that lets us get closer to trees without breaking them, and we're just staying ahead of enemies. You may not, if you haven't played Pacifist that frequently, you may not be aware of just how easy it is to avoid enemies just kind of entirely in this game, at least in the early waves. As long as you have some move speed, you can just stay ahead of them. So you can see here, we're just avoiding getting near anything. And then when we have to, we just punt it away from ourselves. And made it through that wave. Let's take some lifesteal. I think I'm just going to roll here, actually. I'd rather have regeneration than lifesteal because I don't want to hit enemies too many times. Then we'll take some armor. With 16 regeneration, do I want the Weird Ghost? I guess we're going up to 18. I think that's fine. We'll take the Weird Ghost here. Take the Shady Potion, even though we do need the regeneration for the Weird Ghost. Buy a hand. We'll buy a coupon. Muscly Dude is not bad for bonus HP, but I desperately want to avoid getting any increased damage. Our damage it's going to take a lot to make it go over 1. But with these highly negative percentage modifiers, Brotato sometimes does weird math. So even though it's at minus 300%, increasing our base damage can often make our weapons actually do more than 1 damage. I'm going to roll here. Okay, Crown obviously is great. Let's roll, and we'll take the Padding as well. That's going to be a lot of max HP, and the Peaceful Bee. Metal is going to increase our damage by 3%, but that's totally fine, so we'll buy that and then roll. And one more hand, because why not? Alright, so I need to be careful here. Gonna go to the, so I need to actually punt this thing away, because I had the Weird Ghost, so we had to punch the anglerfish away, so you saw there I took manual attack off. Or rather, I stopped manually attacking, because we just have to knock that thing backwards, or it was going to charge and kill me through the Weird Ghost damage. So at this point, enemies should have high enough HP that we can afford to just knock them back all the time, and probably won't kill them. But as more of those small enemies spawn, I'm still kind of nervous about that, so I'm going to wait until we're at least like ahead of that big crowd of enemies before I start attacking into the enemies themselves too much. 7 seconds remaining. So we're going to manually attack away just to ensure that nothing terrible happens, and I want to miss killing that tree. Let's take some maximum HP and 3 more armor. Take the metal. XP gain still pretty good. Yeah, I'll take the black belt. I don't think this will increase my weapon damage. It did not. I will take the warrior helmet as well. And then roll another coupon. That's pretty nice. Slower enemies is huge with the snail. That's going to give us a lot of free real estate to move around in. I'll take the metal plate there. And if I recycle this for 5, I can't afford the level 3 hand, so we'll lock that for next wave. And hopefully we roll into a level 1 or level 2 and can buy this without having to recycle something. Still more small enemies. There's also the eggs in this, on this map that can die pretty easily, so I need to be careful of those because the eggs have super, super low health. Later on, it's going to be the blobfish that have really low health that I'm going to need to avoid hitting, so... Oh, whoa. I lost track of my mouse there and almost killed the, of my cursor there and almost killed the tree. Need to be very careful with your cursor positioning. For some reason, it's not showing the targeting reticule all the time. It's sometimes just showing like the normal cursor, and that keeps messing me up. I'm not sure why it's doing that, because usually when you have it held down, it should show the targeting reticle. Okay, let's cut through the middle here to avoid that tree, just so I don't have to target around it. It made 1,000 materials this wave from just enemies despawning. Take some armor here and some more dodge. And let's go ahead and recycle here and buy the level 3 hand. Keep rolling, buy a level 2 hand. Don't want power generator. Black belt, I think we're fine on XP gain at this point, but I guess I'll take one more. Yeah, damage still negative, so it's fine. Go ahead and upgrade here. We'll take the campfire for regeneration. Keep rolling. We will upgrade our hand. We will keep rolling. We will take the metal plate. We also desperately want to avoid getting any critical hit chance. So it's good that we have negative crit chance, because crits will always critically hit for 2 damage, even if our percent damage is super negative. So that'll make it much harder for us to keep enemies alive. We'll roll here. Not so much the hunting trophy. White flag, I guess that'll mean fewer things I have to hit. So yeah, I guess this is a white flag game. Or have to avoid hitting. I can't take the blindfold because I do want dodge, but I want to avoid getting any critical hit chance. Take that, and this level 1 hand doesn't do anything. Roll some more. Whetstone, I suppose that is some healing, so we'll take that and we'll roll. I'm rolling pretty aggressively here, even though the rolls are getting really expensive, just because we are making so much money every wave, and we're going to get a ton from the horde waves, so I'm not that worried about my actual income. Again, manually target away from those guys, because there's too many of these little guys. By wave 10, they have enough health that I think we can hit them pretty safely for 1 damage at a time without killing them. But I think if we avoid hitting enemies just as much as possible, then it prevents even the, like, slight chance that I do too much damage to them. Doing a little dodging here. Yeah, so that one I'm just like, that helmet alien I was hitting too many times. Staying away from that blobfish, and we have to stay away from that tree as well. So I'm actually going to cut back through this crowd to avoid the blobfish. I don't know how much health they have, but I want to make sure that I stay away from it and don't hit it, because I do not want to risk killing it. Let's take some bonus luck and some bonus movement speed. That will help a lot. Take some dodge so we don't actually risk dying, and then keep rolling. All right, we're maxed on hands. That's pretty nice. Sure, I'll take a bean teacher and a blood leech, and none of those things. I'll take a baby squid. We could take piggy bank. This could be a piggy bank game. You know what? Let's take piggy bank. We don't need that much more money because we don't actually have to get that much stronger. So I'm gonna just sit on 500 with the piggy bank and just make a bunch of extra money. So we can play piggy bank for the people who love piggy bank out there. So this is a horde wave, so we're gonna get a lot of cash from this wave. I need to be very careful of that one baby alien, but I need to stop manually attacking because there's just too many enemies, so I am in danger of taking too much damage if I don't knock them away. Nice that the things that I'm hitting keep despawning, but it also keeps freaking me out because I keep worrying that I've accidentally killed something. Also, the fact that there's the healers on the map is very helpful to us because they're going to help keep, even if I do some chip damage to the enemies, they're going to help keep them alive. It's hard for me to know whether I'm killing anything or not. I'm pretty sure I'm not, but that's what I'm counting on you all for. Let's go ahead and re-roll this, and I'll just take dodge, get a dodge cap, take some health, take some move speed, and sure, another bean teacher, medical turret, that seems good. Hand doesn't do anything for me. Definitely not glass cannon We're over dodge cap already, so we don't want that. Take the broken mouth. Don't want the ashes. I will buy the luck here and keep rolling. I guess luck is really only for... It's for increased quality of stats from level ups and increased quality of items. So either way, it's kind of fun. Buy that and keep rolling. Blood donation would deal a bunch of damage to me. I'm going to take the fish hook here. I'm not going to take the blood donation. We don't need more money. And if I'm taking damage, then I guess it's not really going to put me in danger, but I just don't think that we need it. I'm going to take the duct tape here, or lock the duct tape, and I'm going to roll one more time, see if I can lock stuff, but then I'm just going to save my money for the piggy bank, because we're just going to go for absolute nuts piggy bank income. Just going to drink some water. And let's go to wave 12. Alright, so this wave, I think we can basically safely manually attack. This wave, I think, doesn't have any of the weakest enemies, and it doesn't have any eggs or blobfish. So, wave 12, we should be safe to just keep auto attacks on, although I need to manually attack when I get near the tree. Oh no, it does have blobfish, okay. So yeah, I guess we're still just manually attacking away from trees and stuff. You can see there that even when an enemy is behind me, it can still get hit. So that's why wave 1 was so tricky, because even if we're manually attacking off of the map, you can still just get hit, or you can still accidentally hit an enemy. That when it's standing behind you, because the attack projectile spawns a little bit behind you if it's one of the weapons on that side of your character. Go ahead and roll here, and sure, I'll take some more luck. I'll take a little extra dodge in case we want to take items that reduce our dodge. Like the duct tape, because it's a nice cursed duct tape. Bag. So, where did I get the other curse from? We got one curse there, and one from the fish hook, right? That's why we got cursed items showing up. Trying to remember what item gave curse without itself being cursed, and of course it's fish hook. Bag here will never do anything, so we don't want it. Wandering bot, that's kind of nice. That'll stop us from getting hit. I will definitely take the stone skin and another fish hook, and I'll keep rolling. Keep on rolling. We'll take a plant and a duct tape, and don't need any of those. Let's roll again, and let's hold on 1339. Just lock these two items. No particular reason to hold on that amount of money other than just I felt like it. Basically spending down until I feel like I've spent a reasonable amount of money, and then the rest is going to go into the piggy bank. That blobfish eating the buff there is actually pretty good for us, because that increases its HP. So if the blobfish gets cursed, we're less likely to randomly one-tap it. Okay, I need to be careful of those two little guys. And we will try to make our way around, trying to avoid killing the small ones. And I need to wait for the weakest enemies on the field to despawn. Our defensive stats are good enough now that I don't really need to knock enemies away. So I can just, like, take hits, and that's fine, because we've got enough armor and regeneration that we can survive through most incoming damage. Take some more armor, though, and some more regeneration, just to make that even more true. Nice, we managed to get a cursed medal. Buy all of those. Goblet, we're not taking for sure. I don't really want to increase my range, because the lower the range of our attacks, the less we're going to hit enemies. Roll again. Definitely not spicy sauce. We don't really need the acid either. Keep on rolling. Keep on rolling. Take the mushroom. Roll a little bit more. And a little bit more. Lantern increases our damage, but we'd still be at wildly negative damage and our range, but can push enemies away from me. I still think it's bad though, because I just don't want to increase my range. So I think we're gonna pass on the lantern, as weird as that might seem for this character. But knocking back enemies just isn't something that we like need help with, because we've got the hands, and I'm just worried that increasing our range is going to potentially kill stuff. Even at this late in the game, some enemies spawn with very low health. Usually it's like around 20, but if I hit an enemy too many times... Oh, no, I broke the tree! Oh, well. Well, we decided that trees didn't end the run, but that is a failure. It spawned right on top of me, in my defense. And you can't stomp the tree spawn. Which is why I decided trees wouldn't end the run, is that they can spawn directly on top of you, and there's, like, nothing you can do about that. But still, I was hoping to make it through without breaking a single thing. You know, the take only pictures, leave only footprints. And then let's just hang out in the corner here. Let's take some more regeneration, and then roll. We'll take 4 armor. We'll take some more regeneration. I'll take the alien worm. We're never using consumable healing anyways. Don't need the gambling token. Ooh, ball and chain. Yeah, let's slow my attack speed. That's actually kind of great. It gives me knockback. It does increase our damage, but our damage is still at 1. We're rerolling a lot, so I will take the spyglass, just make my rerolls cheaper. Do a little bit more rerolling. Alien baby, this is the perfect item for us. Increasing enemy health and our health. This is the ideal find. Keep on rolling a little bit. Yeah, well, we're definitely not doing that, but I also don't want to increase my damage and don't need to increase my health. So we're going to pass on the knot. Take the duct tape here. I will take the garden. I guess that's a way to generate consumables that could be useful. And then let's just go ahead and get some extra piggy bank money. This is a surprisingly fun challenge run, honestly. Like, I think the only hard part is the first, like, wave or two is actually fairly difficult. Because you have to avoid hitting anything. But this is still just, like, a pretty fun run overall. And it is sad that we broke a tree, but this has required thinking about the game in a new way, which is always pretty interesting to me. All right, let's just cut through the middle here so that we can leave at least one tree still alive. All right, made it through this next wave with 5,000 materials, or 4,500 materials. I'm going to get some more movement speed. Sure, I'll take a penguin. We're not generating consumables that much, but one more regen is still good. A cursed hand. So I can upgrade to a cursed hand. It gives me more harvesting. It has better damage scaling, but that doesn't really matter, because it's still just going to be 1 damage. And it still can't crit because we're at negative crit chance. Actually, let me get the bowler hat as well to reduce the crit chance. So yeah, I'll take the cursed hand. I think this is just fun. Metal plate and then roll. And none of these matter. I guess the alien magic could be useful. And the cursed mushroom. Increase enemy health in the next wave. Celery tea is great. Actually, if we could buy as many of these as possible, I'd be happy. I might have passed one already. Just sort of out of habit, so hopefully I haven't, because that is a cool synergy for this build, is that celery tea is actually really good for us, because it can keep enemies alive. These towers are fairly killable. They have pretty low HP, so I need to avoid breaking those, if possible. And let the mini-bosses spawn. Looks like I killed a tree over there. Why are... No, wait. There's just, like, piles of materials appearing on the ground. I guess when the tower hatches, it makes some materials. I hadn't realized that would happen. That's an interesting effect. I genuinely didn't know they did that. That's the other thing I like about these weird runs, is you learn all sorts of weird mechanics that you just didn't have. You never had occasion to pay attention to previously. Roll here, and we can upgrade our cursed hand. Fewer enemies on the field and less damage. Yeah, let's do that. Take the coupon here. Also, duct tape, and sure, I'll grab a peaceful bee. Just reduce my damage even further. Let's keep rolling a little bit. Saltwater, I don't think we care about, but another alien baby, that's a nice one. We'll buy as many of those as we can see. That will reduce my crit chance and armor, but I'll take the beanie to reduce my range. Oh, actually, I should be taking these corals just to reduce my range. I've been not buying coral because I don't like standing still, but reducing our attack range is good, so I should be buying coral because it does that. Luckily, we have defensive stats sufficient to survive whatever the elite throws at us here, so that I'm certainly not worried about. Let's go around the other way. So now we don't want to go back to the bottom left area because there's trees in the bottom of the map, so we're going to make our way through the center here. Yeah, let's just cut back through the big group of enemies. They now have sufficient health that they can survive a round of attacks from hands. So I'm not worried about going through the middle of the group anymore. And I just want to avoid going near those trees. Oh no, there's another tree in the center. Okay. We still have plenty of maneuverability though. I love how many projectiles there were on the field. That was fun. Let's keep re-rolling. I will just take some luck, I guess. We'll take the duct tape. We will roll some more. Keep re-rolling. We need a level 3 hand. I do have 7 elemental damage, but nothing that scales off of elemental damage, so that doesn't matter. Recycling machine will never do anything because we're not dropping any crates. I will take the propeller hat. Reduces my damage even further. And keep rolling. Keep rolling. Take the coral to reduce my attack range. And I will take metal. It does give me 3% damage, but the other stats we want, and it reduces my crit chance even further. So if I have to buy an item with positive crit chance, then it won't hurt us. And I think that's all that we want. Let's go to wave 18. Dodging those walruses expertly there. Yeah, so it makes money when the Stargazer gets to the tower, it actually dies and drops materials. That's interesting. I don't know where that one material came from also. So it's interesting that it's coded that it actually dies rather than despawning. Okay, I have to attack around the outside here, and then I need to go back the other direction, or we're going to break that tree in the top left. We don't want to just stand still, because then the enemies will get on top of me, which probably won't kill me, honestly. We have enough defensive stats, we'll probably live through just AFKing. But I would then just be attacking the same enemies over and over again, so we'd do enough damage, potentially, that we could kill them. More armor here, and keep on rolling. Sure, I'll take an anvil. That's just more armor and spyglass. And roll some more. Leather vest, yep. Excuse me. Metal detector doesn't really do anything, but it does increase our... decrease our percent damage and gives me a little luck, so I guess I'm going to buy it. And then I will roll again, take another alien worm. Keep on rolling. I don't want a tree, because that's just going to make it harder for me to avoid killing trees. Keep on rolling a little bit, And sure, I'll take a lure, that's fine, and then we'll stop on 7,000 materials. I mean, if you have infinite income so that you can, and don't have to buy any stats, so that you can afford to just save money every round for the piggy bank, then piggy bank starts looking pretty good. That doesn't describe most characters, but for this character, it's a lot of income in the piggy bank. I like the buff loot aliens. I hope that one material that was on the ground last wave wasn't from me killing an enemy. I don't think it was, but someone will definitely let me know if it was. But it was weird that the others dropped 3 materials every time, and that one was just a single material sitting on the ground. Okay, I need to get out of this big crowd of enemies. Just to take some armor. We'll roll here, take some more armor, and some more regeneration. Up to 100 regeneration, that's pretty nice. Yeah, I'll take a clover, and... Oh wait, no, I was over 10,000 materials. I should have just held out. That's fine, we'll just save 10,000 materials and go to wave 20. We've got 11k. Alright, so now we need to make it 90 seconds, both without dying, which shouldn't be that hard, but also without killing anything, which there are some of the weak enemies on the field in this wave, so it is possible that we kill stuff by accident. Even on wave 20, where enemies have a lot of extra health, when you're making a lot of attacks, they do add up. Of course, also the trees could be a risk as well of breaking those. We move very fast, so it's kind of hard to avoid them sometimes. Because I bought a lot of move speed to stay ahead of the enemies. Okay, I need to be really careful there. I just hit a group of the little baby aliens many more times than I wanted to, so I do need to be careful about their health. I keep losing track of my cursor as well, because we're not actually killing stuff, which makes it hard to keep track of what I'm looking at. Because often you track what you're looking at by, you know, where the enemy's dying. Okay, so I think we can just stay to the south here. We've got that one baby alien over there, and we made it. We finished with 13k materials and 930 harvesting. That was a fun run. I enjoyed that challenge. That was a really interesting one. The triple pacifist challenge, I definitely recommend it, and I think we made it through without killing a single enemy, but definitely let me know in the comments if you saw me kill an enemy by accident, in which case we will declare the entire thing a failure, and I'll, you know, castigate myself publicly or whatever. The key things in that run are just avoiding hitting enemies. We also got 5 coupons, which is kind of fun, but manually targeting away from the enemies on wave 1 is the most important thing there, and we were able to do that, and then making sure that I reduced my like critical hit chance and range to avoid getting any of those, and avoid hitting stuff too much, and then also, of course, the sheer amount of money that we're getting from the Pacifist passive. Alright, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that challenge run, and if you did, of course, feel free to leave a comment and hit like. Helps me out a ton with the algorithm, so I appreciate that very much. And you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game analysis. Cheers, my friends. I'll catch you next time.